Welcome to Bizlok's Retro Hour. We are looking at episode 7 tonight, where we are doing another deep dive into season 1 Land of the Lost, and we're going to be looking at the episode Skylons. Skylons was written by writer Dick Morgan. The research I did for him, he did some science fiction. One of his first shows that he wrote for was in 1959, Captain Midnight. And so he did a lot of his work late 50s into the 60s. He wrote a couple shows, Andy Griffin, Bonanza, Dragnet, and he had a pretty good writing career. He stopped in 1982, and then the last show that his credits have him writing for was Trapper John MD. So, honestly, the Land of the Lost was really my only working and seeing his stuff. He did a total of 16 episodes with Land of the Lost, so we're definitely run into some. This is the first one that we're going to be running into that he's doing, but Skylines, yeah, it's a definitely unique story. Um, it's definitely a story of mess around and find out. Um, and looking at that and looking at Ferret Run, tying again, Land of the Lost, we're looking at stories from our past inspiring us to what we write and, how we do that. With Ferret Run, working with technology, working with technology that can breach realities, kind of put you in areas that you don't understand. Yeah, you mess with stuff that you don't understand, and that could be kind of a bad thing. And when you know it, I had a phone call. Let's see who's calling. My son. So we're going to pause it right here, and I'll pick it up at the end of that conversation with him. Wouldn't you know it, I get going that good with my intro and get a phone call. It was my son. Had to answer it. But you can best dang be sure that my ringer is turned off now at this point. But anyhow, back to the story. Skylines. They represent something new that the marshals have never encountered. They have no idea what they're for, no idea what to do with them. And they just start messing around. Um, Same thing with Ferret Run, dimensional breach technology. Let's just make a hole in the dimensional membrane, and let's see what's on the other side. Oh, that's just a perfect idea. What could go wrong? Ha ha. But anyhow, um, it's a trope. It can be used, and it works. Um, I'm pleased with how it came out with Ferret Run, and I've got some great ideas with it down the road. And I think with Skylines, it made for a good story with Land of the Lost. So, with that being said, I've got the episode lined up, and we're ready to go. So, if you can, come with me. Let's get lost, and let's watch Land of the Lost. We'll see you on the other side.
I do love this theme song. Sadly, it is what it is. If there was a way I could get past this and everything to that extent, I would. I it adds so much more to it, but yeah, I get it. The whole copyright claim and everything to that extent is true. So, do you think it'll continue just talking over it? That may make a difference. I don't know. But we'll just stop it right here, fast forward, and then we'll be ready to start. Roar! Alright. Skylines, written by Dick Morgan. Alrighty. Hello, Grumpy. Hello, Spot. Who doesn't seem to know what to think right now. Well, Grumpy doesn't seem to have his heart in the chase right now. Maybe he wants spaghetti.
Is he coming this way?
No, he's still busy.
Doing what?
Chasing Spot.
Being indecisive.
Okay, haul away.
A lot like me sometimes.
What are you looking at?
Something to eat besides carrots.
Turnips. Whoa, that's not a turnip.
Oh, you
That is
can't
not a
catch
turnip.
them. You never can.
Well, if you'd be quiet, I might.
Well, it wasn't my fault the last time. I tripped. Okay. I won't say a word.
Yeah, but she'll have a six-pack of I told you so waiting on you. That's the look of a six-pack of I told you so. My brother would call those chickens unsuspecting victims right now because they're not seeing it coming. Sneaks. Oh. Now, there's something you don't see every day. Didn't check it. Didn't catch your chicken.
Holly, what's the matter now?
Well, there are things in the sky, like pylons.
Where?
In the sky.
They flew over there, over the real pylon.
Over the real pylon, of
many?
course.
Well, I think there
Just
were
enough?
2, but they're gone now.
Uh-huh.
Well, I didn't scream on purpose.
Okay,
Sure,
okay,
she
I
did.
believe you.
I guess I'll have to think of another name now.
Call them, sky pylons?
No, I don't think so. Hey, do you think that could be dangerous?
Everything here is.
Of course.
Why can't something be friendly once in a while? Will,
I think that's bad.
Do you
She
ever
come
dream
to
of home?
2025.
Yeah, all the time.
Ooh.
I had a dream once that I had all my little dolls out and I dressed them for a party. And then a little grumpy came from underneath the bed and bit off their heads.
Hey, that's just because you probably heard Grumpy in your sleep and put him in your dream.
What do you miss most, Will?
Oh, I guess riding my bike to the park to play ball.
And falling down and skinning my knees and Feeney's dog jumping up and getting mud all over my dress.
Okay. I'm pausing this right here. 1974. You know. Cope. Um. I remember being young. I remember when dad divorced. Um. I remember a lot of traumatic things when I was young. And I just kind of remember that exact same thought process. Now, this is 74. What I'm thinking about, what I'm running through is, 79, 77, 78, 79, something like that. But the feels, I mean, you can just hear it in their voices, the cope, the longing for not being there, but for being home. Um, Kudos to the acting that they've done on this during that particular episode, and just it really shows you the depth of the writing for this story. I mean, this is 1974. I mean, this is the same time frame that you're looking at Hong Kong Phooey, Super Friends, um, Speed Buggy, and stuff like that. But you've got a show that's the psychological aspect of the characters, and they're just working through cope of the situation that they're in to survive. And you've got that right here. That is one of the reasons why, you know, something this profound. And then we get the opportunity of a reboot in 2009, and then they throw that stuff at us with Will Ferrell and that other group. I mean, really? You're going to honor this with what came out? Sorry, with what came out in 2009. I mean, How can you do that? But anyhow, Kathy Coleman, Wesley, kudos. I mean, I really mean that with honest sincerity. That's one of the reasons why this show stands up to today, in my opinion. Okay, back to where we are. Back to where we're running.
Come on.
Yep. More.
It's Dad.
Hey.
Go ahead and answer him.
It's probably for you.
You ought to practice more.
Well, Daddy always sends them too fast.
Oh, Morse code was set to silent. That's a Land of the Lost warning for FAFO.
What is it?
Oh, it's probably nothing.
What'd you see?
Hey, look, why don't you get back to the high bluff? I told Dad we'd be along right away.
Oh, sure, he did.
Hey, where are you going?
To do some sketchy
Well,
stuff.
I'm just gonna go look at something over by the pylon. Tell Dad where I went.
Sure you are.
Will! Will!
Why did you follow me here?
Well,
She wants
because
to do
I didn't
sketchy
want to
stuff,
miss
too.
out on anything.
Well, did you
See?
signal Dad and tell him where we went?
Well, I forgot how to make the P in pylon.
Well, we're out of sight of High Bluff. We can't signal from here. Come on, let's go.
I want to get some Barbies. Barbies. Ah.
Move. Don't even breathe.
Don't do it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Spot. You need to read the room, buddy. Uh-oh. Grumpy on the move. Grumpy on the move. Alrighty. Up. There you go. Snackables in the Land of the Lost. First kill. Grumpy 1. Spot 0.
Hey. Listen, better Spot than us.
But I like Spot.
So did
That's the way it
Grumpy.
is around here. Besides, there are a lot of other spots.
Even so,
There's 2
not a very
spots.
nice thing to say.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Are you gonna keep it a secret, Will?
What?
Well, what you saw that made you come here.
When I flashed my mirror at it, it seemed to signal back at me. The blue flashes seemed to come from around here, I think.
Come on,
Uh-oh.
Will. Grumpy may come back.
I don't think
Yeah.
so. He hasn't finished his meal yet.
But he's looking for dessert. Everybody wants dessert. Oh, wait.
Oops.
Gravity
What
check.
happened?
It works.
It popped off.
Yeah, it did.
It's heavy.
I hope you didn't break it. Maybe we better get Dad.
Holly, what if Dad wasn't around? We'd have to do it ourselves, wouldn't we? I mean, haven't we talked about that in family council?
I guess so. But Daddy is around.
Yeah, until the end of a... Oh, never mind.
Hey, I don't get it. When I first felt it, it didn't move. And now it acts like it doesn't even want to be part of the pylon.
Talking about opening a can of worms.
Hey, are you okay?
Yeah, I guess so. Just kind of tingles. Come on.
Oh. Daddy's senses tingling. As if they were getting into something sketchy. answer.
Looks like it goes on forever in there.
So yeah, this is our first time inside of a pylon.
I wonder what that thing is.
Well, I'm scared.
Well,
I
it
want
won't
one of those
hurt to
matrix
look.
tables.
But Will!
3D print one.
All right, okay, we'll
Would
go
be
get
cool.
Dad.
Maybe not. It's time to get in. There you go.
And he's looking for dessert.
It's time to get
Come on,
in.
he's too big to come in after us.
Really?
Holly? Will?
It's the sound of silence. Uh-oh.
Spike's on the loose.
You know, they are definitely getting the value of this scene. I think we've seen this in just about every episode. Oh, shocking. Nope.
Oh,
The pylon shocked him.
Old Grumpy tried
Takes
to
one
bite
bite
off
and
more
lesson
than he
learned.
could chew. It serves him right.
Serves him right.
Hey.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's take a closer look at that thing.
Okay.
Oh, no, you don't want to do that. No, don't do that. Mm-mm. No. That was a subtle hint that you need to stop. But do they listen?
Big
No.
sounds.
They just keep pressing.
I better find a place to hide.
Well, that's good.
I wonder if old Spike got hit by lightning.
No, he's probably just there eating. Again, getting the value out of that scene.
I'm glad that he's the kind that eats when he gets nervous.
Just like my cat.
Give me a chance to get out of here.
Have a stack. Stack? Stick? Have a stick.
All right, come
I
on
know
out
how
of
to
there.
use it.
Chaka, do you know that you had me scared for a minute?
Just like that 1973 tax
Chaka, take
audit.
it easy now.
OJ!
No. Now calm down. Don't be scared. It's just thunder, that's all.
Son?
Thunder. Now quiet. Come on, let's go.
Blue? And red?
Hey, it's Simon. The memory game by Milton Bradley. Match the colors, test your
And
memory.
yellow.
Hey, now you've done it.
And she did it. We all saw her.
Come on, let's get out
She
of
lies.
here. Come on, hurry. Let's go.
Really cool.
Wait a minute. It's Will and Holly's prints. Looks like they're headed for the Pakuni compound.
Uh-oh.
Come on, let's go.
The weather started getting rough. The tiny pylon was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless.
Chuck, wait a minute.
Never mind.
Their footprints are leaving from the compound. I'm gonna have to find them. Do you think you can find your way back home? All right, go on.
Hup, land at a lost tube. Return of spot.
Everything's going crazy.
Must be something you did.
No,
Yeah,
you
she
the one
did
who
it. We
started
saw her
it.
do it.
You want to go inside. It's your fault,
No.
too.
Well, it doesn't matter
Oh,
whose fault
yeah.
it is. We've got to stop it.
We've got to tell Dad.
Should have thought about that first.
Will? Holly?
Supper.
Holly! Will! Holly, look!
Here they are.
That's what I saw before.
She's kind of giving more kiss.
Come on, quick!
And that is what she's going.
What do you think they are?
I don't know, but they have something to do with the pylon.
You think? I think Will's kind of concerned, very concerned.
Will! Holly! Where are you?
Over here. Oh, don't mind me while I turn around. Here, there they go. Quick, follow them. Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when the Skylons come for you? Bad boys, bad boys.
I think we lost him.
I
Nah,
sure
you
hope
didn't lose
so.
them.
Whew,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
what's that?
I think it's hate.
Hell yes.
Ow! It's so cold it burns. Come on, I think we ought to try to get back to the canyon.
I think you need to. I think you need to, all right.
Well,
It's a commercial. Fun.
Welcome to Bizlok's Retro Newsflash. The part of the show where we talk about all that's retro and we try to have a conversation about it. Today, we're going to have a different episode. Not like we had last week, but this is going to be really different. I was born in 68. And as a matter of fact, on the 12th of this month, I will turn 57. So that puts me in 78. I was 10. In 82, what? 14. So it's teenager time. Filmation. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I watched it. I enjoyed it. Watched every episode, and I'll be perfectly honest. I did not carry over to watch She-Ra because that was the time, I was starting to turn into a young man, and, I didn't watch it. I didn't think I was the correct audience for it, so I had no interest. But He-Man, Master of the Universe, I did watch it. Had a good friend of mine. We lived out in the country, and we had subdivision coming up. So where they would always lay out the property, we would steal the stakes, and they would be swords, and we would make them into swords. And many a times I did wear it on my back like that. So I'm owning it, being honest. But I really, really enjoyed it as a kid. It was a good adventure, and it was some good writing. I mean, if you go through the wiki and you see some of the writers for the stories, I mean, even today, J. Michael Straczynski, I mean, come on, real good stuff. But with that being said, I remember, we watched that, and in 2002, I watched Reboot on Cartoon Network, and I enjoyed it. Now, in 2021, Netflix came up with a Masters of the Universe Revelation. And that's still on Netflix to this day. I'd heard some buzz about it. Yeah, I watched Clownfish TV. I watched those guys, Geeks and Gamers. And it's like, I was getting some buzz on them. And I heard a couple of things in which left me questionable with it. But I gave it a shot. I got 3 episodes in, and then I noped out. And the big thing was, this is a He-Man show. It's based off He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. In episode 1, I saw him in the show maybe a couple of minutes. Didn't know more. I said, okay, fine. Went to episode 2. Didn't see him in there. A lot of Tila, a lot of Evelyn, a lot of other characters, but no He-Man. I'm a little irritated at this point. I said, okay, fine, I'll give it one more episode 3. So I got to episode 3. Evelyn Tila, Triclops. So we've got our share of villains, but no He-Man. You know, and I'm just gonna say it. What's a He-Man show without He-Man? So at that point, I stopped. I hung it up. Didn't do it anymore. That was the first season of Masters of the Universe of Revelation. They did 5 episodes. In November 23rd, 2021, they released, I guess, season 2, which is 5 more episodes. Not a one. Then after that 5 episodes, they had the final 5 episodes were released in January 2024. Did I go back and watch them? No, I didn't. I was ticked, you know. Now, rest assured, I know within part 2, those 5 episodes, and 2024, I'm sure there were more He-Man in there. I doubt that. But the way I see it, the showrunner, whoever had to do with the developing the show, you know, if you create a He-Man show, it needs to have He-Man in it. You know, hide the He-Man in the first. You lost me. You lost my interest, and this is where I'm coming to you as the audience. My mind is made up. No, not a bit. I have no desire. I've given them the first 3 episodes. I gave them 60 minutes of my time. I was disappointed, and I was done with it. But the question that I've got for you, the audience, how many of you did it? How many of you watched it? And what do you say? Would you come back and say, Scott, I watched it, give them a chance, you'll enjoy it, or stick to your guns, don't do it, it's not worth it? I'm stubborn like that. It's like the same thing happened with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. What was that, 2013? 2013, 2014, you know. Friends were watching it. Everybody around me was watching it. I gave it 3 episodes. After that 3rd episode, I absolutely had no interest at all. Agent Carlson, no. It was a watered down Marvel adventure. Had no desire for it. Fast forward to 2017. Star Trek Discovery. 3 episodes. I believe I said this before. 3 episodes of that. When you got to the part where the spore drive? No, I'm sorry. And the tardigrade? Come on. Really? And again, after that 3rd episode, nope, I'm done with it. So I'm stubborn like that. If I find a show that I'm looking for elements of that show, whether it's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you know, if this is something about the Avengers, you know, you would think they have a little bit more Avengers into it. With Star Trek Discovery, if you got a story about Star Trek, you think you would have stuff with, you know, a little bit more Star Trek flavored stuff in it, you know. You could take He-Man. You watch it, you get started to watch it, you think it'll have more stuff with He-Man to it. So I give my effort and I give my attention. If it doesn't grab me, if it doesn't hold me, if it's not what it's supposed to be, I'm out of there. I don't know if you guys are like that. And once I'm gone, and once it's off my radar, I have no desire to come back. Now, the funny thing about it is, you know, 56, 57, you know, there are times in which I'll see some creators come up. Who's that? Serial Geek, I believe. He'll come up with stuff reference to behind the scenes with old animated shows and He-Man. I'll watch that. Sometimes I find myself, if I'm bored at lunch, pull up an episode of He-Man and Masters of the Universe, the original. I'll watch it. Same thing with the original Flash Gordon, the filmation from 79, 80, the filmation Flash Gordon. I'll watch that because, I'm at lunch break. I'm doing this. What else have I got to do? So I'll entertain myself with that. So I give the stuff a chance, and I still yearn for the story. The little kid is still very much alive in me, and I can enjoy that. But what I'm asking you, my audience, is did any of you watch it fully, and would you recommend it? Again, I have no desire to look back to it, but I'm inquisitive enough. What do you think? What do you think about this? Do you recommend me to do it, or am I pretty much right and just ignore it, forget it even existed, and just move forward? But that's the big question that I've got for you on this with this part of Bizlok's news flash. The next thing you is a little bit more. Stand by for a
All right, you got me here a little bit different thing part of the show, but again, born in '68, Gen Xer. Um, this part of the show, we're gonna pay some respect. Um, recently, a Gen X icon passed away, um, and to be perfectly honest with you, I don't think there's been a lot of coverage of this icon passing away. He's a lot. The actor was very low key, and he hadn't done anything a lot recently, but it's what he did in the past that really made him imprint on our generation. Um, an actor, a puppeteer, dancer. Um, that's what his profession was. But to me, and probably to you guys, um, he's a legend. He's a legend. Uh, Danny Seagren. Um, he passed away November 10th, 2025, at the age of 81. He um, was the result of his what caused him to pass wasn't listed on there, but passed away. And again, a lot of people wasn't covering him. And to me and to you guys, once you realize who he is, you'll appreciate and you'll be able to have the memories of this actor and really be able to appreciate him. Um, Danny Seagren, he brought to all of us Spider-Man. He was our first live action Spider-Man, brought to us from the Electric Company back in the early 1970s. I'm here to tell you, um, my mom, and I know it would get on her nerves. I would watch the Electric Company a good 3 times a day. Sesame Street, I would watch multiple times a day, all to be able to see this Spidey super stories. You know, you're watching, just waiting for Spider Man. You hear that theme song. Where are you coming from, Spider Man? Nobody knows who you are. And then comics to be on the page, and then there you go. The story starts. They were like 3 minutes, but as a kid, I was glued to the TV. This is freaking Spider Man. You know, nothing is pulling me away from this TV until I'm watching my Spider Man stories. But he was doing it, and what was amazing about this is the electric company. You know, they don't own the license, they don't own the rights to Spider-Man. It came from Marvel. Marvel gave them the rights to do this. They didn't charge them a dime. They used this as, I don't know if they realized it would be what it was as the marketing tool, but they gave it to them, and it pulled our interest. So here we are, learning to read through watching the speech bubbles on there and then watching a Spider-Man adventure. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. And to honor the memory, to honor your memories, and to honor Danny, we're going to do a quick episode on this. So nobody knows who you are.
Spider-Man, where are you coming from, Spider-Man?
I love that
Nobody
comic
knows
book.
who you are.
Today's episode, Spidey up against the wall. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man has decided to take the day off from his exhausting and frustrating war against crime and catch the baseball game. Little does Spidey realize that in this unlikely location, he will soon be up against the wall. A normal, happy high school student until an incredible blunder during a chemistry experiment turned him into a wall. And now he's out to spoil everything, including Spidey's day off. It's the top of the sixth, 2 out and a man on, and Spidey is cheering his favorite player, Gumbo Braithwaite Idy.
Can you see the wall in this image? I was today years old when I finally saw him
Tommy,
in
baby,
there.
no
Can
hitter.
you
Chuck
see
it in there, babe. Spoon it up to him. Slip it to him. Slip in the pill, babe. Way to go. Ho-ho. How about it?
Suddenly, there's a routine fly ball.
I got it. No sweat.
Gumbo camps under it.
You
No
got it.
need to go to the wall for this one. But
Classic.
wait! The wall is coming to him! The ball goes over the wall for a cheap home run.
Is that unnecessary roughness? I think that is unnecessary roughness.
Now listen here, you. That's not funny.
And a young Morgan
That's right
Freeman,
here in the
before he became
right
a
here in the
movie
rule
star,
book. That's not
before
funny.
he had that
Tough tamales,
famous
boy.
voice.
Oh yeah.
he was teaching us. That
No
definitely
one
is
can
unnecessary
stop
roughness.
The wall.
No one?
Or is that a personal foul?
Well, if it isn't the wall-crawling creep. Here's one wall you'll never crawl, you red and blue buffoon.
We will
He's
see.
so dumb, he's trying to eat a hot dog with no mouth.
Nobody likes a bad wall. Nobody
That
does.
does it.
To this day,
Now
I still
listen
won't
here,
let
you.
shoes like that.
The rule book
This
clearly
day.
states that no spectators or walls are allowed on the field of play. So I'm throwing you out of the ballpark and
What you
take
do
that wall with
is a
you.
bad wall.
Lucky I didn't slap him with a $50 fine. I can be pretty stupid when I want to be. Hubba hubba.
That's all the thanks you get, Spider-Man. They didn't even let you keep your scorecard.
Danny Seegren,
Spider-Man,
thank
where
you
are
for
you
being
coming
there.
from, Spider-Man? Nobody knows who you are.
Rest in peace, my friend. I'll see you guys on the rest of the show.
Will! Are you alright, Will? Will, answer me!
The tree sucker punched me. I swear it did.
Will! Holly!
Will, please be alright, Will. Open your eyes, Will. Answer me. Please, Will. Will, I can't move the tree. I can't.
Holly! Will!
Daddy, over here!
Over here.
Daddy!
Over here.
Over here!
That's what she said, over
Will,
here.
get hurt! You okay, Will?
Yeah, I think so.
Daddy's coming. We'll get you out of there.
Yeah. think the lightning fell over
Will,
on him.
do you
Maybe
think
a
anything's
tree.
broken?
Just the wind knocked out of me.
All right. Listen, I'm going to try and lift this tree. Now, Holly, I want you to pull him out when I do, okay? One, two, three. Can you make it?
There you go.
Okay, set it down.
One problem down?
Are you okay, Will?
Yeah, all in one piece.
For a minute there, I thought you got out of the one that lost the hard way.
All right.
Well, technically, it
Dad,
would be an
it's
easy
my fault
way.
for not signaling.
Kinda.
No, it's my fault. I'm the one who didn't do what I was supposed to do.
That still doesn't
Dad, I saw something. Some lights flashing on the pylon. Dad, we got into the pylon.
You got into the pylon.
I got into it all right.
But I did something wrong. I know I did.
Dad, we made
Because you
something
got into the
happen.
pylon.
Something to do with the weather.
Look!
I guess it's gonna need to bust some butt after they run.
Okay. Will, come on. Let me help you. Let's get to the water hole. Come on. Come on.
Into the water hole.
Let's move.
Run away! Run! At least Spike's not eating. He's running with the crew this time, so
The
that's
storm must
good.
be scaring the dinosaurs. Let's go this way. Come on.
Not doing me any good either there, pal.
Look!
Hey, look. Grumpy found nice weather.
We're surrounded!
There you are. Where you need to go now?
Quick, into the water.
And now you've been and done it.
Holly, are you all
You got
right?
soggy socks.
Yeah, I think so, but it's all wet.
Will?
Yeah, I'm out of gas, but I'm okay.
Hey, look!
Oh, it's the Three Musketeers.
You mean you've seen them before?
Yeah, they have something to do with the pylon.
The pylon has something to do with the weather.
The
You know, it all
pylon cheat
started when we
codes.
touched that thing. The storm, the lightning, thunder.
What then?
Well, it was a table-shaped gadget with all sorts of colored jewels. It was like the thing in Enoch's cave in the Lost City.
No. It's
Yellow,
like that
green,
Simon Milton
red,
Bradley game. Yeah,
blue.
that's it.
What, Holly?
Well, they keep on going over and over again, the same colors.
It
Those
was
colors
Lucky
must mean
Charms.
something.
Do you remember what colors you touched on that table?
Well, I touched a red one, and that caused some thunder.
Yellow and green. Can you remember the ones that you touched?
I touched the same ones that Will did, and then it started thundering again. And then I touched a blue and
Red.
yeah, I think that's it.
And yellow.
How'd you know, Daddy?
Those things must be trying to tell us something.
They're
They
ratting
keep
you out.
flashing the colors in the opposite sequence of the ones
They
that you
are
touched.
ratting you out for sure.
I'm going to try something.
What are you gonna try?
Do they understand code?
Probably not.
No.
But at least I know
We
that
have
we're
enough
trying
coverage.
to communicate with them.
No coverage. Sun's missing. Can't do it.
Does that mean yes?
We have no idea of knowing. But we have to try something.
But the dinosaurs!
We're just going to have to be careful and watch out. Let's get going.
The soggy socks, though, that will be a problem. Hey,
Dad, you were right.
let's hear it for consistency. They're still wet.
There it is.
Yep, that's it, all right.
Dad, can I try now?
Okay. First the yellow one. All right. Then the green one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now red and blue.
Can I try the last two? I mean, I kind of messed up the others.
Okay, go ahead.
Red one? Blue.
It would be awesome if we had these things at IKEA.
Hey, listen.
It would fit perfectly. They'd sell
Hey, it's quiet.
crazy.
Let's leave well enough alone. Come on.
Here, my finger.
Oh.
Closed for remodeling. Well, Oh, in the land of the lost, you've got the Skylons to look forward to. Does that mean that's their version of the Weather Channel?
I guess that's what happens when you go playing around things you don't know anything about.
That
Welcome to
pylon
my
sure had a
life.
lot more power than we thought it had.
No, we're all going to have to learn not to experiment with
You're all going to need to learn.
When Enix people built this place, they built it so that it was in perfect balance. And when we
Yeah, let me
experiment
check
with
my
things that we don't know
checkbook.
anything about, we
Checkbook.
upset that balance.
Yeah, but Dad, if we don't experiment, how are we going to get out of here?
Well, we can't be impatient, Will.
Sure you
We
can.
will be
Works
able
for
to
me all the time.
experiment, but first we have to find out what we're dealing with. Once we know the variables, then we can make a decision about how to get home.
Do you think the pylons could help us get out of here?
Well, I don't know, Holly. The pylons control the weather, so maybe they also control the devices in the time doorways.
What do you think those things were in the sky earlier?
Well,
Annoying.
I think they're the protectorates of the pylons. When anything goes wrong with one of them, they come over to find out why.
They kind of look like pylons, don't they?
Except the pylons don't fly in the sky. Hey, why don't we call them, Skylons?
Daddy said whoever
That's a
saw
wonderful
something for the
idea.
first time can name it anything they want to. And I saw them first.
Okay, what would you like to name them?
Tuna
I
fish.
don't know yet. Let me see.
How about, twirling tops?
No.
Chicken salad.
Golden streaks?
No. I guess
Goldfish?
Skylons is best.
All right. Skylons it is. That works. Well, Skylons down. Next week we do episode 8. I will see you guys on the other side.
Good episode. It was a very good episode. Skylines is one that I do remember watching. Seeing the Skylines dance around is something that's really etched into my mind, and I'll never forget it. It was a good episode. It was a good episode that gives you a feel of the power that's within the pylons. You know, from my knowledge on this, they've got in the story that's yet to be revealed yet. You know, you've got one pylon that controls the weather. You have one pylon that controls the moons. You have another pylon that controls the portals. That'll come up with the episode Hurricane. I think that's in the teens, but you know, the pylons are a pretty cool MacGuffin. The way they use that as the tool, as the possibility to get home, it's definitely there. I really hated that we didn't get a proper closure on them getting home. I would have loved to have seen that. Now, granted, you know, I'd never watched all the way through season 3. Could they be a way home? Yes. You know, in episode 2, there's that one episode. I'm not going to go there, but I don't think that is the way anybody wants to go home. And we're not even sure if they make it home, but no spoilers on this one. But in Ferret Run, I used a MacGuffin that is similar, but is not that. I use what's called a Torca. And the Torca, what it is a... Are any of you familiar with ley lines? They are the energy fields that are supposed to exist in the real world today, real life. I used those ley lines, those energy vortexes, as means for what's called the precursors, which is an ancient race that jumped from one dimension to another. The ley lines represent weaknesses in the dimensional barrier. In my worlds, represent a weakness in the dimensional barrier in which the precursors it's easiest for them to go from one dimension to another. And what I did is, as the precursors in the world of Ferret Run, as the precursors did come out there, they were witnessed by the inhabitants. And so the inhabitants built these stones to worship. Were these gods that they thought because of course they appear out of nowhere, so they're going to worship them. Even though they didn't come there to be worshipped, they created them to worship them. But the Torkas are planted at the places where the energy vortexes come in and where the dimensional barrier is the weakest. The shaman have the ability, and the shaman are the keepers of the Torkas. They are genetically connected to the precursors to allow them to manipulate the Torkas and access inside that energy vortex. When they get inside that energy vortex, they have infinite levels of existence that they can access. Is there a map? No. Do they know where to go? No. Do they know what what's in there? No. They can access and pass. So I used the Torka as my tool like that. It doesn't have the matrix table. It's nothing to that extent, but it was inspired by. And I think that's going to help me out with my story and kind of give me the thing I need. And see, the big thing about it is I was trying to think ahead, because if I'm going to have this human come into this world through science, how's it going to go home? So when I was laying out the entire book, I had to come up with an idea on how they're going to do it. So I was thinking to myself, well, instead of using the Torka, instead of using science to go home, whatever, some kind of way that they can access into those energy vortexes and find a way home that way. I don't plan for that happening. I plan for the human possibly, maybe, to be stuck there. But it's something that can maybe use down the road. But I say all that to say, as we've said many a times, you take the stories that's delivered out to you there. George Lucas took Flash Gordon from 1938, took that serial. It inspired him for Star Wars. You had a lot of stories from the past in which they inspire stories now. And that's how you do it, and that's what I did. But with that being said, we're going to wrap this episode up for Bizlok's Retro Hour. For those of you who are still here, thank you. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you watching. If you could please like the video. I asked questions reference to Masters of Universe Revelation. Give me, if you've seen it, give me your input. Do you have a memory of Spider-Man, Electric Company like that? Share the memory there. I'm here. I want to interact with you. I look forward to the interaction. But with that being said, I appreciate you coming. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Got a couple of weeks till Christmas. I look forward to Christmas. But thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. Look forward to seeing you next time. You all be safe, and we'll see you then. Have a good one.